mentality. Are you saying that you'd rather spend a little more money with someone you don't even know, some stranger, rather than help me out for less? Because as your friend, if you asked me to do the same thing, the same favor, even if it was just a penny less, I would do it in a heartbeat. So I don't care if you do it or not. I just don't want it to be weird, okay, like I was trying to sell you something and you declined, because that's not what it is. I was simply asking you to do me a favor. That's the mentality you have to have with people to turn them around. And I'm telling you, when you go and do this with people and you can help them understand and restate what you're talking about and just, hey, I don't want it to be weird. I just don't want you to think that I was trying to sell you something. They'll start to respond to you. They'll respect you for that. And it's not confrontational. Just, hey, I just wanted to be clear. Because the thing about saying, hey, look, I would ask, if you asked me for a cup of sugar, I'd give it to you in a heartbeat. If you asked me to be your customer for a penny less, I'd give you my bill in a heartbeat. Why wouldn't you do the same thing for me? Then ask them the favor the right way. Okay? Ask them maybe to try out the service for a couple months, and if they like it, great. If not, that's how it works. So after you show the plan to people, okay? Anytime after you show the plan to people, if they're not ready to join, Brian McClure talks about this in Top Ambit Leaders. He talks about yes, no, maybe. Okay? Yes, no, maybe. There's a great training in Top Ambit Leaders about yes, no, maybe. Actually, it's in Ambit University as well. All right? Imagine this. Someone says maybe, I'm not really sure. Okay, great. But if 2 or 3 people that you know wanted to join as consultants under you, and you already knew it would work and you'd already make money, would you want to join and sponsor them? So if you already had 2 or 3 people ready to go underneath you, or part of your team, would you want to join then and sponsor them? Or would you rather have me sponsor them and the money bypasses you and you get cut out of the deal altogether? You're laughing because, and I'm telling you, that's what people will go, they'll laugh too, and they'll go, no, I would join then. And yeah, that's right, because you'd have to be an idiot not to join at that point. Would you guys agree? Okay, do I have the idiot up there? I do. That's right, because you would have to be an idiot at that point not to join. So I purposely go out and show this plan, hoping that I'll get to the point where someone says maybe, and I ask them that question, and they say, yes, I would join then, and I say to them, that's right, because you'd have to be an idiot not to join. I purposely, intentionally go out to tell everybody that I meet with, every prospect, that they'd have to be an idiot not to join this business. That's how you do it. I'm not even kidding. I actually did a training recently that says how to be successful in Ambit Energy by telling every prospect they'd have to be an idiot not to join. The mentality, people, the mentality, all right? So what do you think? Oh, no. Do not say this to anyone after you show them the presentation or at the end. This guy at the end of a business presentation, I'm following up with one new prospect over here, and this guy over here has this great prospect, and he says to the prospect, what do you think? And I was talking to this person, and I could hear over here, and the guy says, I think I'm going to go home and watch some TV. I was like, you asked a stupid question. You're going to get a stupid answer. The guy's like, I just want to go home and watch TV. That's what I think. You're going to get a terrible answer when you say that, when you ask this question to people. So can you see why I'm so excited about this? Great question to ask people. Can you see why I'm so excited about this? They're going to say yes every single time. It's a yes. Maybe they're not excited, but they can see why you are. Does that make sense to you? We all know that. It's in the training. Can I make a recommendation? I recommended that, I asked Rosella if I could make a recommendation to her, and she said yes, so I recommended that she join and ask forgiveness instead of permission. Okay? Now, if it wasn't that specific thing, and I said, can I make a recommendation, I would just go into this is when you can go into the I think attitude. So if I said to Rosella, and she just had like an objection about maybe fear, or wasn't sure it would work, I would say, can I make a recommendation? And she'd say yes. And I'd say, great, because I think you'd be great at this. I think you'd be an incredible business partner. I think we could make a lot of money. I think you and I could work together. I think you and your husband would be great at this. I think you'll be able to get all the time that you want out of this to be able to spend time with your family. See, now it's okay to say, what do you think about that? Because now you're talking about their dream. Okay, when you go into that I think attitude, you'd be great about this, you need to be an encourager. See, some of the time, the people who have the biggest businesses are the best encouragers, helping people see something that they can't see for themselves. Eric Worre talks about it. He says, we're helping blind people to see. That's what we're doing in this business. You know, and that's another one. Can I make a recommendation? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being zero interest at all, and 10 being ready to join now, where are you on that scale? It's a totally safe question. It's not confrontational at all, and they'll always give you a number. If they say it's a 1, you can't do anything about that, customer or nothing. But if it's a 2, there's still a chance. There's still a chance, even if you have to drip on them over time. Like this guy that I said is a 2. Eric was a 2. First he was a 1, and then he wouldn't be a customer. So I called him back and said, I need to show you this again. Then he became a 2. Then I took him out to lunch 8 more times over a 3-year period of time. And then a year and a half ago he joined, and now he's 3 consultants away from executive consultant. You're going to eventually get all of them if you keep doing it, because their timing is going to overlap with your timing at some point, and you'll capture everybody if you keep doing this. Hey, Jim, just calling to see if you finished doing your research or talked to your wife or you're ready to get started. Well, that's a no. Nope, didn't finish the research. Nope, didn't talk to my wife. Nope, not ready to get started. It's a triple no right there. Really bad, okay? You got to tell people about it, especially with what you have going on here. Lead with the latest promotion. Hey, Jim, listen, I know you're still going through your research and we haven't had a chance to go through your whole process yet, but we've had a development since yesterday. You remember seeing the money and all the bonuses I showed you in the video? Well, guess what? Things have changed because as a new consultant, they just tripled all the bonuses. Tripled. I hear triple here. I'm like, what is this triple? We only have double in Connecticut, triple in Texas. Oh my gosh, it's now 3 times as good as what I showed you before. But we need to act so you can be grandfathered in. It's like that on the extra income. Really, that's it. And then ask them, so what do we have to do? What do we have to do? What do we have to figure out? Just figure it out with people. And you know what? If they didn't do all their research, go on that website that I showed you before, because there's a document in there called Ambit Facts and Research. And it has all of the research I did as a professional researcher. It took me 6 hours to compile all that information, and I've updated it every year. It's current. It has every link of everything positive and every legitimate negative link and how it's been handled. It has everything in it. It would take you 6 hours to go and do that yourself. And you can send it to somebody if they need research. And you can completely consume their thought time on research with real information. All right? This is another one. Imagine if you showed the plan to 10 people. And the yellows, these are people that just became a customer. The 3 in red, those are people that said it's a cult, it's illegal, it's a pyramid, it's a scam, you're going to jail. Okay, those people are out. But you get 2 people out of 10 to join as consultants over time. You realize if you went around telling that to people, everybody that you met with, put 10 people in front of me and I'll get 2 every time. Put 10 people in front of me and we'll get 2 every time. Because if you put 30 in front of me, we'll get 6 and you'll be a regional. Then I go help those people and we turn you into a senior. That's how it works, you guys. Have this in your mind. I like the visual there because most people are not going to become a consultant. But maybe there's a couple people that are money motivated and they're green, okay? Leadership is posture, it's influence. This is how it works. The bottom line is people don't want to make decisions. They need to be led. It's like at the restaurant. I'll have the chicken sandwich. There's 20 other people at the table. Yep, I believe I'll have that too. Yep, I think I'll have the chicken too. 50 items on the menu and everybody gets the same thing because one person made a decision and everybody else followed. Step up and fill that void, people. Make decisions. Help people make decisions. It's not what you say or do that matters. It's the posture you're in when you say or do it that counts. You guys, this is very important. I want you to up your posture, up your thought process, up your inner game with people and yourself on a regular basis so you can do that. The posture scripts and key lines are all in a document called Say This, Not That. I stole it from Eat This, Not That. See, I used to be 260 pounds, and then I did this Eat This, Not That thing, and I went down to 195 pounds. Okay, that was 8 years ago, or 7 years ago. And it's the same thing in this. Say this, not that, because right now, what you're saying to people, a lot of times, you're just throwing up all over them. You need to make your words clearer and help them do those things. So the formula for freedom, you guys, I'm just going to talk about this real quick. First of all, how many people in here are, if you could stand up, if you're a marketing consultant or a regional consultant, if you could stand up. Let's give them all a round of applause. You please stay standing for a sec. Please stay standing. Okay, these are the future leaders. Look around at these people. These are the future executive and national consultants in Ambit Energy. Look around. All right, I see all of them. All right, how many people that are standing right now? You have a written list of names with you. How many have a written list of names that are with you? If you do, stay standing. If you don't have a written list of names with you, sit down, please. Okay? You don't have to raise your hand, just stay standing. Okay, great. Okay, stay standing if you have more than 25 names on the list. More than 30. 50. More than 50 names. Stay standing if you have more than 50 names on your list. 75. 100. How about 100? Okay, 100. How about 100? Okay, 1, 2, 3. How about 125? 150. 2 standing. Okay, first, this side of the room just trounced that side of the room.